Let's catch up with Todd and the rest of our pros at our $25.50 cash game at Peppermill Resort Hotel in Reno, Nevada.
Whoever wins the pot gets
Poker Night is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online.
You mean only for you? It's like a personal thing?
Under the gun, yes.
Al Adler makes it 125 with ace jack. The blinds are $25 and $50, but there is an optional $100 straddle if you're under the gun.
The water would be great.
A raise from David Lynn playing poker with queen 7 of clubs.
Too much Mexican food, David?
No Mexican food.
We had too much Chinese or Asian food, whatever that was.
I ate a lot of breakfast too last night, though.
3 what?
Call from Adler.
Here for drinks here.
Check you, David.
Flop is deuce 6-7. Pair of 7s for both Harmits and Lynn. David bets 550.
550.
Good answer.
The turn is another 7. This could turn into a very large pot. Really no reason for Lynn to check here. Might as well bet. And that bet is $775. Now $3,000 in the pot.
775.
And the raise comes from Dan.
Third hand, Dan.
Excuse me?
Third hand.
Third hand what?
Oh, we're tingling. Third hand I play.
Well, you told me you want to play big pots with me, so I'm
That's
giving you an
true.
opportunity. Oh, Lord. Should I go sit on the couch while we wait 10 minutes for you to make a decision, or no?
All right, I'm all in.
I call.
All in.
You got a set?
Nope, I have 7.
You got me beat. I got a 7 also. Wow. Once or twice?
Up to you.
All right, twice.
All right, twice.
All right, so we're going to run it twice. So we'll have 2 rivers. In order for a player to win, they have to hit both of them. The first one is a jack, and the second one is a king.
Just count. I'll give it to you. Nice hand, David.
My secret. This runs super good. Not that secretive.
Valid strategy.
All right, I gotta put on the shades. I
You
want a
definitely
hand.
gotta wear the shades.
Good hand, David.
You with the first one.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I don't need that, though. That's okay.
Dan back at it with queen 10.
Yeah, I think that's not one. Could be owls.
David's going to go after more of his money.
I had a water coming.
Action is on Todd Brunson.
Water.
There's your water.
Thank you.
Take a bit.
Todd re-raises with ace king.
Here for drinks here.
Al Adler in the small blind will call with pocket 5s. When you have ace king, I think you want to be heads up against a hand like pocket 5s. So here we go. The flop is 8-8-7. Al checks.
Eight and a cue.
And a call from Al. Here comes the turn. It's a 5, and that gives Adler a full house. Checking again, begging for Todd to bet. Sure enough, here comes the cash. $14.50 to bet from Todd Brunson. This pot approaching $5,000.
33.
And Al will raise to 3,300. Ah, poker players.
Thank you, sir.
You gotta love a man who carries around a wad of cash with a rubber band around it. 25 and 50 here at Peppermill in Reno.
Okay,
It was a suspect move at best.
Over to Al, 9-4 of spades. Matt Berkey calls. Dan Harmon's calls.
Anybody call?
Not enough. Wee.
I need the glasses, David.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
No, I might need it.
Throw it.
Just a bit outside. How do they lay off pitches that close, David? I don't know.
I think he needs for good luck.
Another deuce on the turn. Laughlin's ace-king is still ahead.
What is that, John?
check.
Berkey bets $1,400. That'll get rid of Dan. Now back to Steven. And a call as we approach 5K in this pot. The river is a harmless 3. And a check behind from Berkey.
Nut. Nice hand, doctor.
Be like the oddball in kindergarten.
Yeah, no, same. Like, I write with my right now, but in sports, I play with my left hand.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, whatever hand you throw with, that's what handed you are. I know a lot of people who claim to be left-handed, and then they'll like throw a ball right-handed. It just seems very strange to me.
I mean, it's actually an advantage, man. If you can get your kid to be lefty, because then they're gonna be forced to do stuff right-handed. Like you get a sport like basketball, lacrosse, or something where they got to go both ways, and they're just that much better.
In baseball, it's like if you're left-handed and you pitch, you have a huge edge. I mean, I didn't throw that hard, and I got further than my talent probably deserved.
Yeah, in tennis, it's actually a huge advantage for left-handed.
What's the big deal in tennis with the lefty? What's just spin you're not used to facing?
Yeah, because angles outwards. So like the ball's like really hard to pick up and hit back. It's like Nadal when he serves on.
for a righty, he's
Yeah.
to his backhand.
So on the right-hand side when he serves, the ball spins out. It's like almost impossible to hit it back. So.
And the other pure one in sports would be like a first baseman. It's better to be lefty because of the obvious.
That's becoming less and less true.
How come?
It's never been like a huge advantage. It's just one more position that a lefty can play. Otherwise, you're restricted to pitching or outfield. Yeah, I mean, it's a small advantage. You know,
2,100.
Well, that's how a man makes a raise. 2,100.
Your hand, Todd.
That's a nice hand.
God, I flopped 2 pair just right in the muck.
Well, it just goes to show if you're going to go toe-to-toe with a member of the Brunson dynasty, you better be prepared to say goodbye to your chips. Well, our own...
That's how I tore my ACL.
Really?
Yeah.
Doing what?
You know how they have the dual bags at first base?
The dual bag?
Like they have 2 bases to run.
You run to a base, so you don't make a play at first base. Like you run to a base, and then the guy's standing on first base to catch it. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So the runner has his own base and the fielder.
When did that start?
I don't know. I've
It's
only played
a
for a few
very,
years.
very smart thing to do.
Yeah, people get crushed.
Yeah. That being said, it didn't help me.
Really?
I was beating out a ground ball to second base. I actually did beat it out. The first baseman like went for it and then doubled back to cover.
Yeah.
And you know, he just had like no business being out there to begin with. He lost his feet and just as soon as my foot contacted the outside bag, he came barreling through me. There was probably like a split second where I could have lowered my shoulder and just trucked him instead of trying to get out of the way, which I probably would have saved my knee.
So brutal, man. So many people get hurt and like interfere.
Honestly, didn't even really hurt. I knew I probably tore something just because it's the knee. Yeah, it's just the knee, and like, what else can you really do? And I was so livid. Like, I mean, I was just irate when I got up. I just wanted, I wanted to tackle the guy because it's like you have 6 feet to work with, where you don't have to get all tangled up.
Freaking slow pitch softball.
I didn't play it for so long because I didn't think it would be competitive enough for me to enjoy, and also I didn't want to run the risk of getting hurt. Like, I see, you have to be insane to pitch in a slow pitch league.
Oh, because it comes right back
Yeah,
at
it's
you.
like,
Yeah,
you're automatically out if the hitter hits it back at the guy.
Yeah, but you
who
also might
cares?
be-
Like, you can kill. I mean,
yeah,
these are
hit you
grown
right in
men.
the temple or whatever.
Yeah, these are grown men swinging a 22-ounce bat.
Yep.
It's insane to me. It was shockingly like a ton of fun though. Like,
Yeah,
you
for
get
sure.
to play outfield. It's a lot like playing
13.
like senior league and
Yeah,
junior
but
varsity type.
Not so competitive.
Yeah, I mean, you just get up there and try to smash the ball and then run around in the outfield.
Yep.
I went so long without hitting too. It was like nice
Yeah,
to actually
swinging
get
the
back
bat,
to it.
Yeah.
And the river is a 10. Wow, what a turn of events. Now it's Tom Schneider with the bigger full house. He checks. There's no way that Adler puts him on 9-10. I think he's definitely got him on a 9, but not 9-10 probably.
2,000?
2000.
2,000 is the bet.
Raised to 52.
I wonder if Adler's thinking about re-raising and just going all in? Is he thinking, how do I fold full house here? Does he have 9-7? Does he have 9-10? But a call is what it will be from Adler.
Yeah, I mean, how I don't go broke there, Tom, I figured that's the only hand you had. What a cooler. Nice hand.
What was the best score at the bowling alley?
Who knows? It was so disjointed. I don't know. I think it was like a tag team event of sorts.
No, mine was the best one. I bet he would whiff it.
Call from Matt. David Lynn on the button will call with King 9 suited.
Yeah, 109, but I thought that was the best.
No, that's not the best.
Yeah, I know.
You really shouldn't even have mentioned it, actually. It's
All right, I will pretend. I'll keep these $5 as my
Yeah,
defining
yeah,
moment of
exactly,
intelligence. To know that everything else didn't happen.
Check.
I know, Tom. I'm like chip challenge.
Check.
Everyone's checking around at David
give me
Lynn.
the
He
bills
will
or
not
leave it
check
for
the
me?
button. He's betting 325. Hank Zarnecki is flopped middle pair, but has the nut flush draw, so he's definitely not going anywhere.
Call.
Everyone folds, so now we're heads up with Lynn and Zarnecki. The turn pairs the board.
Check.
It's a great check on the end, by the way. Maybe you put me on a straight.
575.
Maybe I would bluff at it. That's why my gut was to make it like 11,000. But then it's like, if you shove, I can't fold for 4,000.
And the river is a king of diamonds. That gives Hank the nut flush and gives David 2 pair.
800.
And David Lynn is betting 800.
Where this is absolutely true. When I look at the hand, it was like, what, 279? Right?
All right, the raise is to 2350. Now, if you're David, you got to figure out if he's trying to bet the scare card or if he was riding that flush draw all the way to the river.
King 9 and the king comes on the river.
No diamond one time.
right.
It's one of those cards that makes sense.
Hank had the best hand and a great draw going all the way to the river. The river gave him the nut flush, but it also gave David Lynn a bigger 2 pair.
Probably a really bad call.
Salamat, if that's the way you're gonna be. I'll let you take.
I call.
There's an old saying in poker, if you think long, you think wrong.
Any diamond, win the hand. Nice hand.
That's exactly what just happened to David Lynn.
Weren't you and I just talking about that board earlier?
I know.
Well, that's going to do it for tonight.
Hey, if you like this video from season whatever from Poker Night in America, there are at least 41 other seasons, and we've got every episode here on our page at your disposal. Go to town, but make sure you hit like and subscribe.